Okay, so to start with, we are going to review empirical formula. So I want you guys to tell me the little hint that I gave you. Number one, what's step one? Percent to mass, which is going to be in grams. Step two, mass to moles. I'm going to have to change my mass to moles. Step three, divide by small. And four, multiply so that I get a whole number. So empirical formula is the smallest whole ratio. So if I have C2H7, that would be an empirical formula. I could end up with H14. It's not reduced. That might be the actual molecular formula, but the empirical is the lowest ratio formula that works with it. So review from last class period. On your sheet of paper, write let's do number 60. So I am on page 346, number 60. I have 81.82% carbon, yep, and I have 18.18% hydrogen. So it is given to me in a percent. So the first thing I do is change my percent to what? Grams. And I don't even have to, it's not a calculation. I just change it. Instead of percent, I have grams. So I change my percent to grams. Step two, I do what?
Divide by its molar mass.
Divide by its molar mass. I have to find moles. So 1 mole goes on the top. The molar mass of carbon that you're going to find where? On the periodic table. Carbon is 12. Hydrogen is 1. Here again I'm canceling. It's a conversion factor. So 81.82 divided by 12, how many moles is that?
6.82.
6.82. Let's see, hydrogen, I can figure that one out. Okay, so I have changed my mass to moles. This is 6.82 moles of carbon, 18.18 moles of hydrogen. Step 3, I divide by small. My smaller number is 6.82, so I divide them both by 6.82. I get 1, and I get 2.7. 2.67. So I'm going to go with 2.66 because that's more of a third.
It's 2.665.
Okay. All right. So divide by small. I did that. Now I have 1, which is a whole number. But I have 2.66 that is not a whole number. So what do I have to multiply by? If I have I basically have 2 2/3. 3. So take 2.66 times 3.
7.98.
Okay, 7.98, which would round to 8. So now that's a whole number of 8. If I take this times 3, I have to take this times 3. So I get 3. So this tells me my empirical formula is C3H8. And that would be my empirical formula. So percent to mass, I just change it to grams. There's no calculating. Grams to moles, divide by your molar mass, you get moles. Then divide by small, so whichever is your smallest number of moles, you divide by 6.8, 6.8, and then you have to get them both to whole numbers. So 2.66 is not a whole number. Kind of a key to go by, you're going to have 0.33, 0.66, you multiply by 3. If you have 0.5, you multiply by 2. If you have 0.25, 0.75, you multiply by 4. So you need to get a whole number in your formula. Abby.
Is there any way to like check and like see if you got the right numbers, like your 3 and your 8?
Not really. There's really not a way to double check this one. Good question, but there's not.
Are we gonna have to like remember 1 through 4?